Some of the most common complaints that people have when they start baking with whole wheat flours, especially when they're making things like cakes and cookies and muffins, is that they have issues with the texture. It's too dry, it's crumbly, the flavor is off. Well, I am Amy from A Red Spatula, and I can relate. I had these same issues when I started baking with whole wheat flour. But over the last couple years of trying different methods and techniques, I have perfected some really awesome ones that I am going to share with you today while I teach you how to make this blood orange and cardamom bundt cake. This cake is not dry, it's not crumbly, and it is full of incredible flavor. So let's go ahead and get started. Tip number one is this: use the right flour for the right job. Whole wheat pastry flour comes from a soft wheat. It's lower protein and it's perfect for cakes and cookies. Now, also, anytime that you're using citrus in your baked goods, of course, make good use of that zest. This recipe uses both the zest and the juice for maximum flavor and for that little bit of color too that comes from blood oranges. Now, also, when you are making a bundt cake, especially when you're using a pan like this one that has deep grooves, make sure you prepare the pan first. Butter it really well, sprinkle it with flour, and make sure you tap that to where it goes all the way around the pan. You do not want to make this cake and have it not come out of the pan. All right, tip number two is this: use a blend of oil and butter. Oil keeps the recipe tender, or the bake tender, and butter adds the flavor. Now, next up, and this is tip number three, once you add in your eggs, do not over mix. Only mix it until it comes together. Now, you'll be able to see in this next frame, once I add in my dried goods, which is a blend of all-purpose and whole wheat flour, I am not going to mix it all the way. I still have to add in the blood orange juice and the zest. And if I keep mixing and mixing, it's going to wind up being tough. So you can see I had a little bit of flour left over in there. That's exactly what you're looking for. Now, this is the final mix. I'm going to make sure everything's incorporated, but I am not going to overdo it. Now, go ahead and pour it into your prepared pan. You can see I'm ready to go here. Tip number four is this: do not overbake your cake. Whole wheat flours absorb more moisture, and most of that happens when it's baking, believe it or not. Now, here's your finished cake. It's beautiful. It came out of the pan perfectly. I put on a little blood orange glaze. You don't have to do this, but I kind of love it. And you can see in the slices of cake, it's dense, it's delicious, it's not dry, it's not crumbly, and you're going to love it.